Less people are getting married, right? Do you not think so?
Had this. Less people getting married.
Yeah. Than how it used to be.
There's a higher rate of divorcees.
I just don't think it's a goal for people anymore.
Yeah. So people think about having a child more than even getting married. When back in the days,
spud me. I was thinking about that this morning. You know,
when back in the days it was more, I have to get married before I have a child. So now it's the other way around.
Yeah. How can you be ready for a child but not ready for marriage? And I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that say that, and it pisses me off.
I that's what I don't understand. I don't understand.
I mean, if it happens that way,
it happens that way.
Yeah, but I could not have a child with someone if I can, but I would not want to have a child with someone if the end goal was not for us to be a unit, a full unit, a family.
Yeah.
With marriage.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't want that. They just want to stay at home, want to live together, but not be married. They're comfortable. I think a lot of people are comfortable nowadays.
I'm not even looking forward to to all of that, to be honest with you.
What? You're not looking forward to what?
Marriage, kids, all of that. I used to be so enthusiastic about it. Now it's like, the way I see people think is scary. How can you... Genuinely, it bogs my mind. Like, how can you be ready for a child, an 18-year commitment, but you're not ready for... Marriage with a life partner that you're guaranteed to bring that, not guaranteed, but you know what I mean, you're going into it guaranteed, thinking you're guaranteed to have someone to bring that child up with.
I feel like maybe there's just not good examples anymore. Like back in the days, you know, like TV shows, yeah, there would be like families together, getting married. Like, what can I give you an example of?
No. What? Sorry. No, because think about it. We all grew up on My Wife and Kids, Fresh Prince, our generation.
But exactly.
It's not like no one watched it. We all watched it.
But
the next generation, I can understand.
What are we watching now to like kind of see all of that happening?
Do you ever watch reruns of them shows?
Yeah, we do, but there's no new episodes. We can't be always watching old episodes.
I hear you, but I feel like that excuse can be used for the younger generation that don't know about them TV shows. But us 90s babies, we grew up on them shows. So it's not like we've never watched them shows. We've seen an example. If you haven't seen it in your house, you've seen it on your TV.
But what do we watch now? What do we watch now? What are the kind of things that we watch now? Exactly. What are the things we watch now?
I think the problem is now...
Drill. That's a drill, but no, I'm taking it. Go on.
The problem is now that, again, I feel like it's a trend. Once you see, it's the same thing that we did when we was children, but it's just now developed into something a bit more mature. But for example, if I see that, you don't want to get married and your reasons are because of this, then I'm thinking, you know what? It doesn't have to be, the end goal doesn't have to be marriage. I could be with this person forever, but I don't have to marry them. It's like, it is a trend, and it becomes something that you find a belief in, but it's before you're, darling. Before you're taught that the end goal is marriage, have a child. But now it's like everybody's got this views of a child as less commitment.
Yeah.
So how can they still be in it?
That's true.
It's less, that's how they see it.
Makes sense.
But why though? It doesn't make sense.
Because in this day and age, I could have a child with you. I could have a child with you, and I could still live my life. If it doesn't work out, I could still live my life. If I'm married, that's a bit more difficult. Do you see what I mean?
It's more of
nobody sees a child, for men especially, nobody sees a child as something that's going to hold them back. It does not hold them back.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's actually
for women, it's a life sentence.
It's a little toy you can play with.
But do you see what I mean?
Yeah, pick it up and play with it whenever you want. I was watching something. And they were saying how some satisfied single was saying that marriage, the reason why she doesn't ever want to get married is because marriage is a business contract. So actually legally getting married is just a business contract. That's how she sees it. And that kind of mentality is so messed up to me because it's completely taken away from what marriage actually is. And a lot of people think like that. Yeah. Like, marrying this person. Like, let's be real. Sorry to say Beyonce again, but that's my favorite person. Beyonce and Jay-Z, they have a business contract in their marriage. But the reason why she stayed with him was because she loved him when he cheated. Do you get what I mean? So saying that you're going to get married, the reason why you're not going to get married is because of it's only business. What kind of mentality, what are you putting out there for people to watch? And that's a show that a lot of people watch.
Sorry, I know this is off topic, but do you think Beyonce knows her worth?
Yeah, 100%.
No, I'm asking you that.
I think when you're married and you have kids, it's a whole different ball game. A whole different ball game.
You never know until you're in it.
Yeah. So like, it's easier said than done saying know your worth, but you've also got to take into consideration
that
like,
you have kids.
Your kids, yeah.
The situation.
And if you do still love the man, I would never advise anyone to. Obviously, I've never been there, but to stay in a relationship, marriage, where there's no love. But if she clearly loves Jay-Z, so that marriage can still work after infidelity. Do you get what I mean? But yeah, I feel like a lot of these public figures are putting out there that it's not nice. It's not fashion
to
get married. Like Sierra and Russell, yeah. Everyone's like, oh, what did she do? What did she do? She didn't do nothing amazing. Like that prayer that everyone's talking about. She didn't. What? Come on, man. She's doing every single prayer that every single woman always does to find the right man.
Yeah.
She learnt from her mistakes with Future.
Yeah.
Future is still out here doing what he does. He's got 2 baby mothers on the go right now that's taking him to court because he's denying his kids. He did the same
thing, yeah.
And now Laurie, poor Laurie, get out.
Nah.
Sorry,
but
I'm passionate about these kind of topics.
Yeah, I can
tell. No, it's.
Do you say you're not worried for her?
No.
Why not?
Because I feel like in a certain way, I don't know the girl in it, but I'm just assuming from here, as it stands today, this is the way I'm feeling. I feel like she sort of knows what she's doing. She's been there.
She's playing the game too.
She's dated bare people, so she knows.
She tied down Trey.
Do you know what I mean? So she knows. And that was when
he
was
posted
like a couple weeks ago.
Picture with her foot on his head. She has some sort of power.
There's Juju on her, fam. What the hell?
Oh, God. So I feel like she's seen... I mean, not that you can ever have enough examples, but she's had her fair share of people that she's been with. So she's got an idea of what these men are like. I mean, I just pray that you're not the number 23rd baby mother.
Yeah, like it's fashion to have baby mothers.
Yeah,
someone I know said that I don't to my that was. Sorry, I'm starting bare because I'm trying not to say the person's name. But basically said to his mum, I'm not going to be no one's husband. I'm going to be someone's baby dad. What the... Are you all right?
This is
I'm going to be someone's baby dad.
No, this is what I'm going to be someone's baby father. That's been said multiple times. Like how...
Another person that I know said... I don't want to say... they want to have...
That's what I was stuttering.
They want to have multiple baby mums. They don't want to be with one girl. And I don't quite understand why. Are men scared of commitment? What are you guys scared of? Like, I don't understand. Like, please drop some comments below on the YouTube. Tell me what you guys are scared of. Because nowadays, you guys are avoiding marriage and avoiding all of that. You guys are living together.
Maybe they're focused on getting money.
Oh God, but I had this conversation with the man in the Uber again, actually.
This man so long.
He said that we are so accustomed to, in this country, we are so accustomed to, we don't work to live. It's like we work
to survive.
To that.
We work to
No, but we do.
We work until we die for money. But what do we spend the money on? Do you see what I mean?
Getting to work.
Yeah, and that man was from the Caribbean. He was saying in the Caribbean, it's like, people have jobs.
Yeah, but they work to enjoy.
And they enjoy their life. It's not about how much money. Yeah, everybody wants more money, but it's more, they have time to enjoy their lives.
Like for us, our parents or aunties and stuff, they'll say, we're just trying to make this money build a life back home.
Yeah.
Back home.
House. Yeah,
but when are you going? I say this to my parents all the time.
You
keep saying, we're going to do this year and then next year. Okay, but when are you going? Do you understand? So I understand what you just said. But that shouldn't stop you from wanting to get married.
Let me... I don't understand it, but I can I can see why some people would be against it. If, for one, they haven't had any positive relationships in their family, if they haven't had any examples of a good, successful marriage, they might not have any good views by it. So they think, if I get married, what does that mean for me if it hasn't worked for anybody else who's around me?
Makes sense.
So I can understand why it's not for everyone.
But you could be
different, though. Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely. But you could be different. You could find your soulmate.
Someone
might not have found their soulmate.
How do they get to that point?
But wouldn't that push you more to want to... You may not have that example, but wouldn't you want to prove
that it does work?
Yeah.
I think not necessarily.
Everyone's mindset is fucked and is mad. Is like... I don't know.
I would like to prove that it can work. I will prove with my husband one day that it can work. It will work.
Definitely. Definitely.
But I see why some people would be scared of marriage.
Trust is a big issue now as well. I feel like that, especially for guys, like you hear the term, "Oh, you can't trust these girls," or "These girls ain't loyal." Chris Brown statement. Yeah. But I feel like people are hanging on to that because
it's another trend.
Yeah.
Another unhealthy trend.
But I don't think people are realising what they're doing, because I know a lot of 30-year-old girls right now that aren't settled down because they're trying to find a guy that doesn't have that mentality. And their fertility, they want to have kids, and their fertility clock is ticking. Like, all because of when they get to their 40s now, they're like, oh, let me try to settle down. I don't want to be lonely for the rest of my life. And then you're going for 20-year-olds, and then you've got the 30... Anyways.
But another thing is, some people may focus mainly on their career ladder, so they might want to get to where they want to be, and that involves not really like being invested in with someone. Do you know what I mean? Someone's trying to get. That's why a lot of people may not have even children, because they're just thinking, you know what, I don't want children, I don't want marriage, because I ain't got time for this. I want to get to where I want to be. I want to get to they want to keep on going up the career ladder, and they want to get to where they want to be, and they don't want to stop. And that's some people's goals, yeah. But what I don't understand, how the goal has shifted. It has shifted over the years. So it's a completely different goal and mindset nowadays. I do not know how that has equality. What? That's why,
because we women have fought so hard to have equal rights.
Yeah.
So now we have been forced to prove ourselves. Yeah. And in terms of proving ourselves, whether it's education, whether it's getting the best jobs, we've pushed and pushed and pushed, and now obviously it's taken a while. Men can be successful and then have kids in their 50s.
That's true. Even
us, if we hit success in our late 30s, you're likely to only have 1 or 2 kids. Yeah. And then in that time, if you've been focusing on your career, being in relationships may have taken a back seat. And now you've kind of, not saying you're not in your prime in your mid 30s, but you're not that young, youthful, excited for that. Do you understand? You've passed it, and people have experienced in their 20s.
But I think that's the problem with this generation, and I'm sure many other generations. But you can have it all. Like, why do we feel like we
can only get one or the other?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
because that's what we're accustomed to.
That's what that's true.
Our parents, the generations before us, was living to survive, like you said. The Uber driver said, literally living to survive. Trying to make a way to survive. We see that. We don't want to struggle the way our parents our grandparents did. We want to make something of ourselves. So we're trying to find the best route. And to do that, we're being selfish.
Yeah. We're putting ourselves first. We're putting ourselves first.
So maybe that's why a lot of people don't want to get married now, because they're thinking about themselves to try and save everyone else.
But then what they don't understand
everyone else that you're bringing to life.
Yeah.
No,
what
like
they don't
family.
understand is, like, let's say, for example, you was to get successful, or you was to get the money. Like, down the line, who are you going to spend that time with? What? Who's going to, like, do you know what I mean? Say, for example, you become a millionaire or something. Are you going to have that person who was there for you from there? Or are you going to really know who's really there for you?
You know the real?
Yeah.
You know Lonnie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lonnie.
What's her name?
Lani.
No, I can't say it in an American accent. That's false.
Lani.
But yeah, Lani.
Yeah.
You remember she was like always saying she's happy to be single. She never wants to get married. She doesn't want a man. She doesn't want kids. Now she's with she's got into a relationship. I think she's in her mid-40s.
Yeah.
She's got into a relationship with a man who's in his 60s, and when she first got with him and she boyfriend and girlfriend, she said, no, I still don't want to get married. Now she's talking about adoption to have a child. And now she's talking, like, they mentioned marriage, and she, like, deflected the conversation so that it didn't come on her. So it kind of gave a little insight that she's thinking, I feel like it's not that people don't want to get married.
Yeah.
It's more so, it's just not
ideal.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
Yeah.
But you know, one thing I would say is people who don't want to get married, like, even when I talk to some of my friends, like, I have a friend who doesn't want to get married, but I feel like, should she meet the love of her life and that love smack her so hard, she will
100%.
Yeah, they'll get married. You see what I mean?
Maybe not.
But I personally, okay, so imagine I don't want to get married. If I meet the love of my life tomorrow and we're going strong for years, and say, like, if he wants to get married, or do you see what I mean? I feel like I'm not gonna say
You're gonna
no.
change your mind. But that's if you're not on the same. If you're on the same page, kind of thing. Like if you get into a relationship knowing you don't want to get married, but the other person does, that relationship's not gonna work.
And then I want to hear.
You know what I mean? If he wants to have kids and you
don't want to, you have to be on the same page, definitely.
Page.
And a lot
of. But I feel like stuff like that you can compromise. Because if I was with someone...
No way.
No, I mean, not compromise, sorry. Sorry, wrong word. But if I was with someone who, like, their goal in life... Oh, we need to round this up. Our goal in life, his goal in life was not to get married.
Yeah.
But this is what I want. And if... you need to really have a good...
But that's our problem with girls. We like to think that we can change guys.
I don't think I can change you, but I'd like to convince you that you need to rethink this. Because... I want to know your argument for why you don't want marriage, and it better be a good one. Do you see what I mean? It needs to make sense.
They might just say, I just don't want it.
The narrative.
What's your reasons? You'd have
I haven't seen anything that's good. Anything good come out of it.
Some people just don't want that
get
in
married.
life.
I just don't understand.
Like, they can have life partners, but they don't want that
commitment,
marriage, husband,
that
wife.
Thing, that ties
but
you
what
together.
is the problem? Because if we're doing this for a lot, we've been in this relationship.
Have
for
you
quite
watched
some time,
Fallen from Grace?
And if you love me,
what?
And if you love me and I love you, I don't understand why we can't just take that further commitment. If you're scared
That's
of the
where the
commitment,
arguments will
you
start.
think that of course the argument will start. Because what do you mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you think this
I feel
you think
like
this got
when
an end to it.
When you're married, When you're married, when you're married, it's different. It's a bit different because, like, a lot of stuff is now under like government. Like, let's say for example, your house. If it's both of you.
Oh,
and like I said,
sharing.
people want to be
No
selfish.
one wants to share. Like, that's why.
I feel like the narrative, just quickly to bring it to a close, but I feel like the narrative just needs to change in terms of what marriage is.
Yeah.
Maybe I might be old school, but it needs to go back to, I feel like it needs to go back to those old principles of what marriage is. Marriage isn't about someone being better than the other. It's about two people coming together, working together, and having separate roles that will work as a whole. Yeah. Do you understand? That's what I feel like. I feel like people are scared of marriage, and that fear needs to
be cut.
Yeah,
It needs to cut.
literally. Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna draw it to an end. Thank you very much for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.